Is it too good to be true? Or at least was it? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky, and I'm sure many of you guys have already seen the news about what's going on. But let me go ahead and catch you up to speed if you haven't. Iran's gunboat fire on tanker in Hormuz after declaring Strait is closed. If you guys have not seen it, this is something that's being shared everywhere. And markets, for those that are open, like Bitcoin, has already reacted. If we pull up BTC, again, this thing went from highs of 78K down to lows of 75K. We'll see if the sell-off continues. The part that I want to share with you is that, again, Iran just announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz on Saturday. But again, I thought everything was fine just a few days ago. What's up with this continuous 6 to 7 week of back and forth? Again, maybe it's just me, but have we not picked up on it? Every Saturday, they announce a war or attack of one another. And then every Monday, by the time the markets open, they're best friends. You even have Trump going on social media and not just calling it the Strait of Hormuz, but he called it the Strait of Iran. Again, he complimented them. He said that they're great people and they're working on a resolution. Now, fast forward to today, they're saying that they're accusing the United States of continuing to blockade Iranian ports. Iran's latest move comes after the country hinted at the full reopening of the Strait of Hormuz on Friday, which they state isn't true. These are a series of points that one of the speakers of the Iranian parliament said that Trump made that were not true. And he made these claims all in 1 hour and that they were all false. The U.S. did not win the war with these lies, and they will certainly not get anywhere in negotiation either. With the continuation of the U.S. blockade, the Strait of Hormuz will not remain open. Passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be conducted based on the designated route and the Iranian authorization. Whether the Strait of Hormuz is open or closed, the regulation governing it will be determined by the field, not by social media. And media warfare and engineering public opinion are an important part of war, and Iranian nation will not be affected by these tricks. The part that bothers me about this is that it's our government that is playing these tricks on us and the American people. You might be like, well, Ricky, it's not that serious. You're telling me that for the past 6 to 7 weeks, Trump has been saying, there is an end to war. No, there's not. There is an end to war. No, there's not. Manipulating the market, but it's not a big deal. If we can't trust the word of the president, not just once, not just twice, but if we literally cannot trust his word, who are the American people supposed to trust then? It's a very simple question, right? Breaking, Donald Trump. Unfortunately, we'll have to start dropping bombs again. Thank you, everyone. I think it's going to happen. But just a few hours ago, right on Friday, he was complimenting the Iranian government. It's so insane to me, right? And it's so insane to me how one-sided all of this is. A lot of you guys know that, especially very early on, I was in big support of Trump because he claimed to be different. Now we've learned that there is no difference, right? We've made numerous claims about Nancy Pelosi. No one likes her for the most part because of insider trading. Remember when we all called out Nancy Pelosi for suspicious trading activity? Pelosi's entire net worth is $270 million. That's with her husband, who runs a hedge fund, very successful one. But we call her out, right? Let's not be hypocrites. Trump's net worth has increased over $2 billion, not $270 million, $2 billion in just 1 year, in just the past year. Look into his crypto endeavors, the ones that investors have lost 90% of their money on. Look into his meme coins. And look into these recent market reversals that so conveniently you see huge positions either being sold right before news causes these markets to sell off, or buys right before ceasefire announcements get announced. Again, fair is fair. You can acknowledge that there is a form of manipulation even if you voted for the guy. Again, that's where I stand. I really thought that he was going to be different. At this point, we've just learned that just any politician is not something that I personally want to support or be a huge fan of. And again, you people as individuals, why would you ever blindly support a politician knowing that, again, they continuously are doing things that are in their best interest. Very simple. No one's net worth increases $2 billion while being president and there not be any form of conflict of interest. That's it. Like, it's literally that simple. But again, nonetheless, the NASDAQ market had one of its biggest rallies and green streaks since 2009, all to come to find out that we are now back at square one, still attacking one another, and oil prices are still high, inflation is still going up, and the labor market is still incredibly weak. We'll see how markets react on Monday as soon as they open, but we'll see also if Trump just sets to announce that, no, there is no more war, right? We're now at highs of 650, BTC is beginning to drop, and again, we'll see how things continue to develop. I'll do my part in keeping you guys up to date. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. My Instagram is down below. Or, again, if you ever want to watch us trade live, it's going to be the second link in the description down below. The reason that this upsets me so much is that I know that there are beginners that bought in at all-time highs, thinking and trusting the word that Trump has said, that the war is over and that there's a ceasefire, now just to get bull trapped. Now they're going to believe that, hey, this market's rigged. Even our president is telling us that everything is good when it actually isn't. How are we supposed to believe anyone? Again, so much being said and so inconsistent. That is the part that irritates me most about all of this. Fortunately for our LPP team, like I said, we trade live every morning. We've been talking about this, trimming our long positions at these overbought levels just because there were a lot of signs of uncertainty. The Iran war is one thing, but we have big earnings coming up and guidance has been lowered. Consumer spending is expected to drop in 2026, but yet markets are trading at all-time highs. It just didn't make sense. Because of that, we played it safe and we didn't sell all of our positions at the top. We just began to trim in preparation for a moment like this. That we have cash on the sidelines that if markets do retrace, we've taken some profits, but also we have some money that we can buy the dip on. Again, if these are ever concepts that you want to explore and learn more about, second link in the description down below. Appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing Saturday. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.